Hi, welcome to Sideline Sports. I'm Shaun, Neville, and I'm joined by Mike Carr, Kevin Riley, and Dan Sweet. Of course, we're midway through the basketball playoffs. Right now remaining is the San Antonio Spurs, the Houston Rockets, Orlando Magic, and Indiana Pacers. We got the Knicks being knocked out, the Jazz, the Suns, all big teams being knocked out. Who do you see going through it?
I think in the finals would probably be San Antonio and Indiana, because I think Rick Smits can handle Shaquille O'Neal. He's taller than him, and he has a nice jump shot. As long as he doesn't get in foul trouble, Indiana will be cruising. And as long San Antonio should, I think David Robinson be the younger of Olajuwon. He'll get the best of Olajuwon. I think San Antonio will go on.
Yeah, we got that right there, and I don't know if Indiana can pull it off Orlando. I mean, Orlando's been cruising through right now. I mean, they completely demolished the Celtics.
Yeah.
That's really nothing. But then the next round, they played who? They played
Bulls.
the Bulls, and Jordan even couldn't pull him back from that. And now they're up against Miller and the Pacers.
Yep.
So I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
I think the key for Orlando is Nick Anderson. I mean, in the Celtics series, he had a bunch of key three-pointers that put him up by that 1 or 2 extra points near the end of the game that they needed. And same in the Bulls game, he's a clutch shooter. He'll knock down the threes you need at the time.
And then, I mean, Orlando's just loaded with so much talent that, I mean, they get Shaq, they get Anderson, they get Horace Grant, Hardaway.
Dennis Scott.
The five starters, they really can't be beaten. I mean, they showed that in the season, only losing 2 games at home. They've only lost like 1 in the playoffs. So
They've lost one.
have they?
They
lost to the Celtics once.
And the Bulls beat them like 2 games, 1 or 2 games.
1 or 2 games. But Orlando completely dominated in the regular season, and now they seem to be dominating in this. I don't know if Indiana's going to be able to stop them.
I think, as I said, Rick Smits, he's a real good center, and I think he's the key for Indiana, because if he gets in early foul trouble, I don't see them advancing. Two other people I think that should do some damage to Shaq is Dale Davis and Antonio Davis. If Dale Davis is hurt out with his shoulder, at Larry Brown, I heard him say they're just a mediocre team without him, and he's their power rebounder. He puts in offensive boards and baskets. He gives them the extra lift to win a game.
And then in the West, of course, you get San Antonio and the champions of last year, the Houston Rockets. You got Olajuwon matched up with Robinson. What do you see of that?
The Rockets, the Rockets have a lot of good players, like Olajuwon, Drexler, and what's his name, Casella. He's a real good player, but I think San Antonio is going to win because they have more power in their team. I don't think that Olajuwon's going to be able to carry the Rockets again.
Robinson, obviously, the younger, and Robinson, he really hasn't had his shot in the playoffs so far. I mean, they haven't gotten to the finals yet, and I think that this may be San Antonio's year after waiting for a while.
Yeah, well, I think Rodman has to control his behavior in the playoffs. San Antonio can't afford to lose him. He's a great rebounder, and he gives them a little bit of offense when they need it. He's like a spot. And another big key for San Antonio is Shaun Elliott. He's an off-and-on scorer. They need him to have big games in the playoffs to do good, because he can't just depend on Robinson.
Yeah, and what can the Rockets look forward to? I mean, it looks as if most things are going San Antonio's way. Do the Rockets even have a chance in this, or?
I think they do, as long as Hakeem knocks down his shots. But I've seen him miss a lot of foul shots. He has to make those foul shots to the line. Those are gimme points, and he has to take advantage of those.
So, the Bulls obviously out. It looks like Jordan wasn't even enough to bring back the Bulls.
I didn't see him doing much this year.
No.
I really don't see him doing much anymore.
I think
He hasn't been too productive in the time he's been back.
He came back pretty good. He was looking pretty good.
He doesn't have the power he did before he retired. That's
Yeah, but
very
I mean,
obvious.
he just came back. I mean, he's got to take a little
I
time.
understand that he needs a little
He's not
time.
going to be
work.
great like he used to be. I'm betting that.
Yeah,
No,
I was
he'll
hoping to
He'll
see
be
that.
good.
He'll be good, but
He'll be a 15, 20-point scorer.
he won't be what he used to
He
be.
might have a game, like he might have high-scoring games.
He won't be doing as many high-flying dunks as he used to do.
I think he'll still score his 40-point game and his 50-point game. He's going to average 30 at least. He's not going to be 15 he needed more time to adapt to his team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't
it's,
have much time.
it's a brand new team than it was when he left.
I see him more verbal with his teammates. He's more like teaching them what to do, like Bill Wennington. If he makes a mistake, he'll tell him what he did wrong and what he should do next time. I think he's more in control than he was. He's more of a team leader.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about his changing his number to 23? I mean, I don't get that. I mean,
He can't make up his mind on a number.
he can't. It's only a number. It's only a jersey. I mean, is he like superstitious or something that he like needs number 23 in order to win? Or
I didn't think it was that big a deal. He just wanted to have his own number.
He did
Yeah,
get
but I
fined
mean,
for
he
wearing it.
should have told them.
he should have
he's gonna
told
do it.
somebody.
I mean, that's what the
no
whole
one
thing
knew
was
about
about.
it.
Yeah. He just came out number 23, and that caused the league a big problem.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to get a little attention with that too.
Yeah.
But some of it was for luck.
I somehow think it was like something saying like, I'm back, something like
Yeah,
that.
because
So-
45 really didn't say Michael Jordan's
I know.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually think 23 Michael Jordan
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You don't think
Mhm.
45 Michael Jordan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
At least you didn't.
Like you saying, like number 45 wasn't that great, but number 23 will always be there for him, or something like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know if that's why he did it, but it just didn't make a lot of sense to like just change your number all of a
Because
sudden.
when he came back, he said he went to 45 because the last number his father saw him playing was 23. Then all of a sudden he just switched back to 23.
Yeah.
That could be like a tribute to his father or something.
Something like that, maybe. So Chris Ford, obviously from the Celtics, being fired. I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean,
I thought Ford was a good coach.
he was a good coach. He didn't have a lot to work with. I mean, look at the team he had.
I think
Yeah.
he had a negative influence on the rookies. He didn't know how to handle them. He'd be a better coach if he had a good team like the Bulls.
like more
and if he
experienced
just
team.
let them play. Let them play. They're gonna know what to do in the court. Celtics needed some assistance. They need a coach like Pat Riley to push them, but he's not. He's obviously probably not gonna come here. He's a rival of the Celtics. But I
Yeah.
think another good coach for him would be Rick Pitino if he would come from Kentucky.
Yeah, but Chris Ford, I mean, people saying even Red Auerbach couldn't do anything on this team. I mean, they made it the first round of the playoffs, and that was a great accomplishment once you look at it. I mean, they had a big ball hog in Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, I don't think he was a very
He
worthwhile purchase.
I think he came. No, he wasn't a good purchase, but he came through in the end of the season. He was making those baskets. Chris Ford told him, "Yeah, I don't like what you're doing out there. You got to be more of a team player." I saw in those last few games of the playoffs, he was taking control. He was in control. He wasn't out of control. He even up threes and stuff. He was looking for the other people to score. I think he's more valuable around playoff time.
Yeah, but obviously you can't just have a guy around for playoff time. He's got to be there throughout the whole entire season. I mean, they went in there against Orlando and got blown out by 47 points.
That was just in the first game. They came through.
Yeah, but I mean, then they lost 2 straight at the Boston Garden.
Those are good efforts, though. How much were they down by in the last minute?
Yeah.
Orlando just made a good power. They just.
Did Orlando make a good power? Did the Celtics blow it at the end?
I think Orlando was hitting big shots, and I don't think the Celtics could do anything about
Orlando
it.
has a more powerful team than we do. That's probably
Yeah.
why they built what the distance we did.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando definitely has a better power than us, but I mean, the Celtics really didn't have that much to go for. I mean, they had Chris Ford, and like they said, I mean, you don't blame the players, you blame the coaches. Well,
Do that.
how can you blame a whole entire team for something?
Have dog in it. If they
I know.
don't hustle when
You
they're
got to pick
supposed
someone to blame, so you blame the coaches.
Blame them
If
all.
a team's doing bad, you can't like say, okay, you can't pick guys out of the team and blame them. You got to blame the coaches.
Because whatever is done is a team effort, including the coaches.
Yeah.
I say they're
Yeah,
all
but
at
how
fault.
can you blame it on the coach if he's doing what he can, except for the rookies? He's telling them how to play, doing his best. You can't blame him. The players are just not doing their job.
Yeah, that's the instance where Brian Sutter got fired. Harry Sinnen said that if he could, he'd fire the whole entire team, but that's not how it works. You only fire one guy, and they had to fire the coach because they weren't giving him the respect
The
that
team wasn't listening to him.
no one was listening to him, so they had to get rid of him.
And they fired McVee.
Then they fired McVee, so he's out of the coaching spot.
A lot of people saw him going up to be the coach, but
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he got the can.
Yeah, so they make lots of changes in the Celtics and the Bruins organizations. Bruins, Of course, I mean, they got knocked out in the first round by the Devils. I don't think that was a very strong effort by them.
They
Yeah, I
beat
thought
them
they had a
last
pretty
year.
good chance. I thought they had a pretty
I
good
think I
chance
thought they had a
going
good
to the
chance
playoffs.
too. But I
was
mean,
thinking second and third round, maybe tops third round.
yeah. But I mean, Neely really wasn't doing anything. Oates wasn't doing anything. Bork wasn't doing anything. I mean, they didn't score a goal until like their third game.
Yeah, I mean, Brodeur, he did play a great game, but they didn't have the opportunities. They didn't have the shots. And they had the opportunities to take the shots, but they were passing it, looking for better shots. I mean, that's what one of their problems was.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the good shots. off.
They had the opportunity to take a good shot. They just didn't want to make it look like they were hot dogging it, so they'd pass it over and would get intercepted by the other team.
Yeah, the power plays weren't that great. I mean, I don't know if they got a power play goal throughout that whole entire season. I mean, they're like the most productive in the league, and they weren't killing off time good. They weren't going on the power plays good.
I say Locker still looks pretty good to me, but I mean, he needs some defense.
Yeah.
The defense is failing him too, so.
Yeah, I mean, he was allowing some goals because the defense wasn't doing that great. So he put in Bellington or something, and he wasn't doing that much either. No matter who they put in there, it wasn't working. So Celtics out next year, maybe. I mean, they're not going to get that great of a draft pick.
No, because
They're gonna be mediocre for the rest of the thing unless they have a horrible season, and then they'll get a good draft pick. And
Yeah.
I think something the Celtics could do is possibly arrange a trade to get another point guard or something.
Who's gonna trade?
I don't know. Well, I was thinking possibly trying to arrange a trade with Phoenix to try to get KJ.
You're
Like
gonna
some
have to.
money.
You have,
Who would we trade?
who are you gonna trade?
They're not gonna give him up.
I don't think he really has been that productive this year. I think he's been.
He's been
Yeah,
hurt all
but-
season though. He's been hurt. He came back off a
If-
tough injury, and in the playoffs he was scoring 40 a game. I don't see anything wrong with that.
If the Suns are getting, if Barkley's leaving the Suns, they can't just like drop two guys in 1 year. I mean, if Barkley's going, they can't just let KJ fly off too. I mean, they need someone there to hold up the team.
Who would we trade for him? Anyways?
I don't know. Probably Raja.
They
No.
don't want Raja. He's
Raja's
old.
too old.
How old is he?
It's like in his 30s. We got him from Croatia.
Yeah, I know we got him from Croatia. I thought he was like only in his 20s. Though.
No, he's in his 30s. He's a couple years away from retirement, if not 1 year.
Those are the type of players the Celtics are gonna get. They're just decent. That are just gonna make the first round of the playoffs. Then I don't see this team going
We need
anywhere
the players.
in the future.
We need type of players that are going to push the team.
We
They're
need
going
young rookies.
Yeah.
We need more people like
like
that.
Yeah.
Sherman. You don't think Sherman's good?
I think he's good, but he's old again. He's
Yeah, that he's old. He's doing great. He's probably like the best player we have.
Well, D. Brown.
D. Brown, I don't even see him any good at all.
D. Brown.
Yeah, he hasn't really been pushing it
I
at all.
think he's the best player in the Celtics. Just about. They need more players like Greg Minor, good, solid rookies that need a chance and they'll develop as they play in the NBA.
Yeah, but with a team like us, I mean, we're not that bad that we're going to get in the lottery, and we're not that great that we're going to get past the first round. We're stuck in the middle, and they're just not going to get any of that much good draft picks that they need. They need rookies, and they're not going to get them.
I know.
Yeah, they need
and-
someone strong to go to the basket, bring the ball up the middle, and if they can get somebody to get the rebound. I mean, Eric Montross, work with them, and you still got Dina Raja. He's a possibility.
What's killing the Celtics is they're getting guys like Dominique or at the end of their career. I mean, that's not good. You want to pick up young players. I mean, why not trade for somebody younger instead of Dominique? If you're gonna get a new player, get a rookie and work with him.
Yeah, we need to have a rookie to be there. I mean, D. Brown's like been on the team the longest right now, so you need someone in there that's going to be there for a long time. You can't bring in these old guys that are going to be there for just 5 years. You got to bring in a rookie that's going to be there for 8-10 years.
Even if rookies are good, but if say we got a rookie like D. Brown, he's kind of young. He's not a rookie, but he's a young player. You consider him. He's not going to be around in the Celtics going for an NBA champ.
Yeah.
He's going to be old. I mean, we need rookies in like 2 or 3 years. Just get them, and then
Yeah.
we'll have a good team.
But you need to keep people like D. Brown and Sherman. I mean, you can't just trade them away because all of a sudden, if they give away all their best players to get young guys, then all of a sudden the team like wins like 5 games and they lose all of their self-confidence, and everyone on the team thinks that they stink, and everyone loses their self-confidence if you don't win some games. You got to be behind the line of not having all the rookies, not having all the old guys.
The Celtics have just a few years ago exited their great stage when Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and
Robert
all the good
Parrish
players
and Reggie Lewis.
when they all left us. Now we're in a building stage. We have to try to build up our team to get a better offense and defense.
I mean, look at what Dallas did. Last year, they won 10 games. This year, they almost made it into the playoffs.
I know they were really developing. I mean, they got look at say we could get rookies like that: Jamal Mashburn, Jimmy Jackson, Jason Kidd. I mean, and they're gonna get another good draft pick this year. They're gonna be one of the teams that's going in for contention of the NBA championship. And look at the Celtics; they're gonna probably be like that for another 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I don't see the Celtics winning anything past at least the third round by the end of the century. I mean, I'm guessing maybe 2005 because they get a build.
Yeah, they just don't have a strong enough offense yet. It's got some strength in it, but it's gotta become more strong.
No, they're rushing their shots. You look at the teams like Phoenix. They're not. We have to work for every basket we score. Phoenix, it just flows with them. They'll throw an alley-oop or something. We don't have that many explosive players that are gonna get us that much easy baskets. Look at the Magic games. We were running down the shot clock. We had to heave up threes at the end. That's not a productive offense.
Yeah, because at the end, the Celtics, they were playing the Magic. At the end, when it came time to actually do stuff, Orlando could be productive, and the Celtics were off and on. You gotta have a team that's gonna go right through it at the beginning, and not just have a team that's gonna be in there for, let's say, 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and then just drop off.
Yeah.
Dog it.
So, who do you see for the NBA Finals? I see San Antonio and Orlando.
I see San Antonio and Indiana.
I see San Antonio and Indiana too.
San Antonio, Indiana. I don't really care.
I really want Indiana to win. I like the way Reggie's been playing lately.
I'd rather San Antonio.
Yeah. I'd rather see San Antonio win the whole thing. Houston, they won last year, but I don't think they get the same thing that they had that last year. I think there's better talent in the league than them.
Yeah.
So right now we're just gonna pause right now see if you can test your trivia on these trivia questions right here. We'll be back talk about baseball right after these questions. Okay, we're back. Those trivia questions we'll have any answer next time we do the show. Red Sox, of course. I don't know what they're gonna do. Bullpen hasn't been being that productive. I say we trade away Clemens and Canseco. They haven't been doing anything.
Well, Clemens has had a shoulder injury.
And our starting rotation's awesome.
They're risking it. I mean, Mike McFarland, he pulled his hamstring or something yesterday, and they kept him in. I mean, you could obviously tell he was limping down to first on his first at bat.
And they hurt
kept him in.
Canseco.
They made him go to second. They made him go to third and stuff like that, right? Then the next time he gets up, he's hurt again, right? You could definitely tell on this one. He comes out, starts talking with McFarland. I say, when you're up like that, you don't wait for him to injure himself even more. You
Yeah.
take him out right there. You do not want to lose to your best catcher you have. I mean, you put in, that's what you have someone else for. That's why you have backup pitchers.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want him out for the rest of the season, too. I mean, he seemed to be hitting his best when he was injured. I mean, he had pretty good hits. I mean, that could be one of the reasons they kept him in. But
Yeah. But that's what they did with Canseco. They knew he was hurt, but they didn't really care. They just went along with it, and
now he's out.
now he's out for at least like 20 days,
And
probably.
then this thing with Clemens, I mean, I say you got to get rid of him. I mean, they were saying he'd be back like a month ago, but I mean, he's just injured every single time. I mean, he gets injured. I mean, he can't do much either. He does. It's not like he's some kind of guy that can take charge of everyone and throws like a nice curve, a slider, and all these pitches. I mean, you know him for his fastball.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like he's not going to be thrown real fast.
He's definitely lost his prime. His prime was a few years ago, and he's just going downhill. I mean, he had his losing season a couple of years ago for the first time ever. And plus our starting rotation right now. I mean, we got Sealy, who's been doing great. We got Cormier, who's been doing pretty good.
On Ashland.
And
Alejandro Reed.
Pena.
Pena. I don't care for Pena.
Yeah.
You know,
He blew it the other
he
day.
did blow it the other day, but I still think he has some power in him.
Yeah.
I think he can do pretty good.
Yeah, he's okay. But then you got Rodriguez in the minor leagues. I like him.
Yeah, I think he's a strong pitcher.
And then you got all sorts of your starting rotation. I mean, Von Eshelman, even he looked up strong.
Yes.
All these new faces are actually doing pretty good in their starting rotation. It's the bullpen that's been blowing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing really good hitting. I mean, the runs are not a shortage.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pitching keeps losing it for them.
Yeah,
They keep having the leads, and they're blowing it.
Yeah.
The pitching is getting pretty bad.
Something I've liked better about having Canseco added to the team, because now Canseco, when he gets back, he'll be batting cleanup again, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And,
But McFarland's been doing
Mo-
pretty good too.
Yeah, and they moved Mo to batting third. Now the pitchers are going to throw more to Mo Vaughn and less to whoever's at fourth, so now
Yeah.
Mo Vaughn has a chance to get more home runs.
Mo Vaughn, he jumped out at the beginning of the season. I mean, he still leads the league in home runs.
He's
But
been
I
doing
mean-
great. He hit like 2 home runs in a game.
Yes,
the other day.
but I mean, he's either a home run hitter, an off-the-wall hitter, or he'll strike out.
Yeah.
I mean,
He looks like he's swinging for the wall
Yeah,
whenever
at the
he's
beginning
swinging.
of the season, he'd be taking nice little hits. He'll take the singles, and he'd swing for the home runs too. But he's swinging all for home runs now.
Yeah, more than half of his hitters are home runs.
That's what he's trying for. That's what he's trying to hit.
Yeah,
is
because
home
I
runs.
was watching the game the other day, and he got up. It looked like he was swinging so hard that if he had hit the ball, like the bat would have shattered. He was trying.
Yeah.
He was trying to swing it as hard as he could,
Yeah.
just to try for a home run.
I think that Naring's doing good this year.
Yeah.
He has like an 11
Valentin.
or 12 game hitting.
Yeah, Valentin.
Valentin's
O'Leary's been
Slam.
doing pretty good.
McFarland.
Greenwell came through over the last
Yeah.
few games.
But Greenwell is still
He's
iffy.
an older
Yeah,
player.
Mark Winnan, he's sore now. He's injured.
Yeah. Once again, they have the Hobson, not Hobson. Kennedy isn't
I
really
really
doing
don't like
much.
him.
I mean, they
I
picked
don't
all
think
these
he
players.
was a very good choice.
They picked up all these good players, right? All these strong players, and all of them are getting hurt. It seems like. Who's going to be next? Move on? Is he going to hurt
Yeah.
himself? But I mean, all the little guys, the newer guys, are coming through.
Yeah.
Like what's his name?
Reggie Jefferson came through the other day.
Mahoy or something.
I know who.
His
Mayhay.
first- Yeah, Mayhay. He came through 2 hits on him in
Yeah.
his first game. I mean, shit.
Yeah, and then the Sox are still in first place, but I mean the Yankees are coming up behind them, and if the Sox can't control their bullpen, they're gonna overtake them.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I said, "Wow, who are these guys? The relief pitchers. They looked pretty good at the beginning of the
They
season.
looked good at the
real
beginning.
good.
But now
so
what's
did the
going on?
starting pitchers, right? But now it seems like that everyone else is like getting into form, all the other teams, and the Red Sox are going to get wiped away down a little bit down middle of their league or something. Middle
Yeah.
of their division.
But no, I think they can still hold it up as
Yeah.
long as they still have some strength from the team. They can still hold it up.
Once they get their key players back, like Amon Whitten and Jose Canseco, Roger
Yeah.
Clemens, maybe.
I think
I don't know
Clemens
if
will
he'll
be a
do
good
much.
starter because I know he still has enough power to throw a 9-inning game without a problem. But it's the question: is he going to be able to do it with the shoulder?
I say another thing though is, I mean, you know he's not going to be able to pitch 9 innings.
I think he
I
will.
don't think he is. I don't think he is.
No.
I say he could be a 5-6 inning pitcher.
Who?
Right?
Clemens?
Yes.
I think he can still pitch 7 or 8 innings.
could
I think
pitch
I think he
that,
can
but
go
I
the
don't
distance,
think
but
they'd
I'm
want to
not sure
risk
how
it.
well he'll do.
But another idea is, if they think about it though, I mean, if you put him in for a closer, a 1 inning closer, think about it, he can throw his fastballs there. He can burn
But he's a
them.
starting pitcher.
Yeah, but
you
if
can't
you
just.
fit him into the rotation.
Yeah.
But he
That's the way
he's been a
Saley
starting
started out.
pitcher for like so many years. You can't just change him and throw him into the bullpen. I mean,
Right.
that's like saying, okay, your prime's over, so we're gonna keep you in here for maybe 2 years, and then you're going.
It's like having the leadoff hit at bat cleanup.
Exactly.
You,
Well, so
he,
some
he,
people change it
he's
around.
been there for so many years. I mean, people know Roger Clemens as the starting pitcher, and you can't just like throw him in the bullpen as a 1 inning guy. He's got too much stamina.
I see him though, but I don't see him being a real good starting pitcher. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be a good closer. He's probably not even going to be that great a pitcher when he comes back. He's not going to be. He's definitely not.
He's
a
not going to
closer.
put up the Ks. He's not going to put up the Ks like he usually does. I mean, that's probably one of the only things he'll be doing is the Ks. I mean, I can see a few walks coming out of him, and I can see people catching up with him because I mean, it's not like he has an awesome slider to catch people like on a 0-2 count or something to get him swing and miss at.
So and then Ryan, he looked great last year, but he just allowed 2 home runs the other night, and he was doing pretty good at the beginning of the season, and I don't know if he had one bad game or if
I think Ken Ryan just had one bad game. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think he's a great
he
pitcher.
is.
Yeah.
The Sox will not get rid of him.
Um,
I don't think they will.
he's still young. He can still throw the ball. He just needs a little more work.
Yeah, I mean he's got a great fastball. He like blew past the Indians.
Yeah, because the other night it looked like he was sort of like nervous when he was on the mound, and that's why he was throwing some bad pitches.
Yeah. So
But I tell you, the Red Sox, they have some nice speed on the team. I mean, Lee Tinsley's doing good on the bases.
Yeah.
They got
Mo Vaughn.
They even got Mo Vaughn stealing bases here.
Yeah, no.
He's like 3rd place in the
Yeah.
American League.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Big guy like him don't expect to do it, but he can do
Yeah,
it.
but like he said it's all in the jump. You don't really need speed as long as you get a good jump. You're okay. And then of course the Rockies out in the Western Conference, they're like 16-5 or something like that. Who would have ever thought that I mean 2 years ago they were an expansion team and they won like 20 games.
You know,
Now they're in contention in the West. For the time
Marlins
being.
that started off having a decent year.
Yeah.
The
And-
Rockies are doing horrible.
No,
I don't see what's happening with the Braves over there.
I don't know.
the Braves. I don't know what's going on
They
with
have
them.
every
a
year
power
they're
pack
contenders.
team. Their team is great.
And they probably got one of the best sets of starting pitches anyone could have with
they
Glavine.
got like the best 4 or 5 pitches in the game. I mean, with that rotation, you've got to be able to win the games. I mean, they got the speed out there, they got the fielding, they got the pitching, and they got the hitting.
Yeah.
What
You
more
just
can
can't
you
put
ask
it
for?
all
You can't-
together.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe it's the manager. Maybe it's time for a new coach or a manager. Maybe it's
Bobby Cox is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he brought him to a couple World Series. Couldn't get the job done there.
I
But
think
Yeah,
they're
but he
just,
got 'em the
I
whole
think
way,
they're
that's
just
the
taking
point.
off slow here. I think that by mid-season they'll be up at the top of the division.
yeah,
these things happen. I mean, every team, some teams start out slow, some teams start out big like the Red Sox.
I mean come on. Last year the Red Sox started out like 6-0, and by mid-season they were like in last place.
You know.
It's like they blow it out in the first few games. I mean, just say like, okay, we're gonna keep it like this, but they run out of energy.
Yeah.
By the time the season gets going on.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to the Red Sox, but it may, because I mean already they're slipping away. They're still in first place, but that lead's getting shorter.
I mean, another thing that you don't hear about is the home run race. I mean, you got Matt Williams over in the other division. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him lately.
I know, I haven't
and he
heard
has
much about
10
Griffey
home
either.
runs already.
Yeah,
Haven't heard much
10
about
home runs
Griffey.
already, and he has like a
Griffey hasn't been doing
346
anything.
I know, I
average or
haven't heard
something
anything
like
about
that.
him.
I mean, Griffey, you haven't heard
Griffey
much
hasn't been
about
doing
him.
anything.
Griffey's a
Thomas
very
hasn't been doing anything.
I know, they're two explosive home run hitters just aren't doing it this
Yeah.
season.
You know, with
I
some,
still see Matt Williams creeping up though. I see
Yeah.
him. I see him making another contender.
yeah. So close it up right now. Hopefully the Sox will do good, but only time will tell. Maybe next month we'll have a different perception of the team. Okay, so until next time, I'm Shaun Neville.
I'm Ian Sweet.
Kevin Riley.
On my car.
So until next time, so long.